A Disabled Person Reviews Disabled Meteor Part 35, The Chance to Fly by Ali Stroker. I'm going to admit that I was nervous about this book going into it because as a disabled theater maker, I knew it was going to call me out. I wasn't sure I was quite ready for that, but honestly, I felt less called out and a little bit more seen, if that makes any sense. This book is about a girl named Nat who's a wheelchair user and loves musicals and embarks on her very first show. And I had a hard time suspending my disbelief that a kids drama camp would be doing a production of Wicked, but I totally see narratively why that show made the most sense, so I eventually sort of got over it. It really touched on the extra cognitive load that disabled people feel in any space and situation, as well as like her parents denying her opportunities to try to protect her from getting hurt, and adults saying they're making things easier for her by excluding her, and the whole like, we'd love to have you perform, but you'd be such a good disability consultant thing, and the kids being more accepting than the adults 10 times over, how she was confident about her differences until something else went wrong, and that all of her self-hate and anxiety was directly disability related, and also the adults thinking that she, as a wheelchair user, can only be successful as a Paralympian because those are the only successful wheelchair users they've seen. But at the same time, it didn't feel like a disability book. It felt like a book about a bunch of silly theater kids having a lovely summer together that just happened to have all the accurate and healthy and good representation we never get. And the musical theater Easter eggs throughout are adorable. It's written for middle schoolers, but frankly, it's a reminder that we need to read more books for middle schoolers because media written for young people is so often better than media written for adults. The best part for me is that from a teacher perspective, I have taught every single character in this book several times over, but then seeing them as the protagonist of this book made me realize that I was that kid back then too.